Hello everybody and welcome back to Deadly Disputes. Today we got something new, we got Training Grounds. We're going to be playing some good old classic kitchen table magic. We're going to brew some decks and we're going to play some decks that we think are super fun. And let's get into game one. So, on the left here, we got me on Mono Black Ponza. Deck that used to kinda exist in Pauper, but now it's pretty much dead. But this list was inspired by a deck featured on Heavy Play. If you don't know who Heavy Play is, it's one of the best channels for pre-modern today. So yeah, big shout out, go check them out. And on the right here, we got a friend of mine who I've been playing Magic with for 15 years. And he's on good classic Elves with a little blue splashed in. Yeah. Showing my hand, missing the camera completely, but if my friend hits it on the spot. Let's see who goes first. Rolled an 8. Rolled a 9. Okay. Elves goes first. It's a Forest and a Jaspera Sentinel. I'm just gonna play a Pete Bog tapped and pass the turn. Birchlore Rangers. And tap them both and cycle a Generous and looking for a Forest. I'm gonna play a Swamp and tap 3 for Crypt Rats. Okay, yeah. That basically stops the Elves deck pretty much dead in the tracks, since he can't really advance his game plan. Since it's a creature-based deck, and everything is mostly 1/1/1/2, playing more creatures will incentivize me to just blow the board up, and at that point I have the advantage. So yeah, not really sure what he will do. We recorded this a couple of weeks ago, so I don't remember the game completely. There will be some more lengthy decision making in this game, since it's really casual. We play on my kitchen table and we take our sweet ass time to see what we can do and how to play the deck more proficiently. That's why it's called Training Grounds. Tapping 3 for Lead the Stampede, looking for more creatures. That's a Generous and I think a Timberwatch Elf and a Llanowar Elves. I'll play a Swamp. I'm gonna play a Cursed Marauder. One of the better cards from MH3, yeah. Doesn't get much praise, but I think it's really good in a world where writhing chrysalises and creatures like that lurk. Making somebody sacrifice a non-token creature specifically. I think that's a pretty damn good effect. But I haven't seen it run in many decks. I run it in this Ponza deck, and I run it in my zombies list because it's really removal centric. So, and I can reanimate them a couple of times. So it's a really good tech. Decisions. Yeah, as I said, he's going to be thinking a lot through this game, and that's mostly because he's trying to figure a way out. He's trying to figure a way out of this problem with the crypt rats on board. Yeah. He's trying not to commit too much. He's tapping one for another Despair Sentinel. Random air drumming, but you know, sometimes you just have to do it. You just gotta drum your heart out. Your heart out. Twisting tongues. There's gonna be a swamp, and he hit me for one. Yeah, with the Despair. I'm gonna play out a swamp. That's a Rancid Earth, I think I drew. I'm gonna defile the Despair. I'm gonna sack the Peat Bog, tapping it for 2, and tapping once one for Chittering Rats. Good old mono black devotion staple, making your opponent put a card from his or her hand onto the top of their library, basically making their next draw nullified. You know, they don't draw anything new. Kind of stops them from advancing. He cycled the Generous Ant looking for the forest, and he's gonna play the forest. Probably. He called it. Play the forest. That's gonna be a Land of War Elves coming down. Yeah. Passing the turn with 2 mana open, basically 3. Oh, drew a Dark Red. Play a Dark Ritual for another Chittering Rats. Okay. Having 2 open and swinging in for 2. Cool. Down to 17. I was counting something, not sure why. That's a Nyxborn Hydra coming down, and it's bestowed upon the Despair Sentinel. So the Despair Sentinel now has +2/+2, if I'm not mistaken. I drew a Befoul. Not the best card in all of Magic, but in a Ponza deck, it's pretty damn good. I'm gonna swing for 4. Blocking one of them. And taking 2 down to 15. And yeah, I'm just gonna commit to the rats and blow up the board. The Nyxborn Hydra, it's, you know, it can be problematic. I don't have any flyers in the deck, but the Nyxborn Hydra, since if the creature dies, it just stays on the field, so it can be a little troublesome. I'll take 2 going down to 14, and he played a Timberwatch Elf. I'm gonna tap 4 and befoul the Hydra. That was probably a misplay. Maybe I should have went for the Timberwatch since he's online now and can pump himself. Priest of Titania, and I think that's a Ranger. And he swung in for one. I'm down to 13. Whoa, cards getting flipped all around everywhere. Defiled the Ranger, of course. The Ranger must go. It's too good of a card to let it be on the field. Now, tap 3 for Rancid Earth. And I have Threshold, so it should wipe the board also. So I destroy a land, and if I have Threshold, it pings us all. It pings everything for 1. So we go down a life, and all creatures die. Drawing another Accursed Marauder. And I'm going to play an Angler, delving for 6. Murktide of the Pauper format? Maybe? Nah, it's Terror. Terror is the Murktide of the format. This just has Delve. Masked Vandal coming down. I'm going to swing for 5. Put him down to 6. Elvish Mystic coming down. I'm going to Sign in Blood myself. Taking 2, down to 9. Playing a Swamp. And playing a Choking Sands on the Forest. Choking Sands in this matchup is not really good, since he doesn't really play any non-basics. So, yeah, oh, another Vandal coming down. These Vandals actually proved really good in this game, since they have big butts, and they cannot lie. I'm going to Icequake the last land. And I'm going to commit. Oh, I'm just passing the turn. Yeah. He can buff any elf for 4, so. Yeah, I think I asked him here if he's gonna tap the Timberwatch, and he said, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And of course, as always, as do all elves players, they buff. They buff the little guy. I'm going to play a Peat Bog and pass the turn. He's going in for, I think that's 6. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm going down to 3. And it's gonna Winding Way. Found 3 creatures. And I'm gonna scoop. Okay, game 1 goes to Elves. Okay, cool. Let's get him to game 2. Showed it better. Okay, yeah. Playing a Peat Bog and passing. Another classic start. It's a Despair Sentinel. Oh, I got stun locked right here. Mostly because I remember when I went down to 6, I bottomed a beef owl, and the first thing I drew was a beef owl, so I wasn't sure if I accidentally put it on top. But later, after the game, I looked at the bottom of the deck, and there was a beef owl there, so this was basically just extremely lucky. And I kept a one lander, but I have a dark red. Okay, I can make use of it. A Winding Way hitting 2 creatures. Untap. Killing the peat bog. And signing in blood myself. Flexing a little bit. It's a promo. It's nice looking. Found a swamp. It's not foil though, but it's nice. I like it. It's gonna be Rancid Earth. Okay, I'm gonna destroy a forest. Cool. Still on one land, but that's a Ranger and a Land-of-War Elves coming down. Another peat bog. And defile the Ranger. Always kill the Ranger. Never let it stay on the field. It can do a lot of damage. It doesn't look that threatening, but it can do a lot of damage. Not by itself though, but it can untap Timberwatch. And, here's Timberwatch. I'm gonna tap these for 3 and play a Chittering Rats. That's going to be another Masked Vandal. The Vandal proved itself to be a really good card in the last game against this deck, since it has a pretty big butt and it can block a lot. It can block for a lot since it's a shapeshifter and it counts for the Timberwatch buff. As you could have seen, that Land-of-War blocked Chittering Rats. I'm gonna tap Beef Owl and tap the peat bog for a Beef Owl to kill the Timberwatch. Lead the Stampede. Hitting only 2 creatures. Hitting a Mystic and a Generous Ent. And swinging in for 1, down to 17. Oof, cards flying all over the place. Trespasser's Curse. That's a sideboard card. It's another Masked Vandal. He really has high hopes for the Masked Vandal. And he killed the Trespasser's Curse. Okay, another Elvish Mystic. I'm gonna play a Gurmag Angler and Delving for 6. Cycling a Generous Ent, looking for a forest. Swing in for 5. Down to 14. Okay. Oh, also, as you can see, um, I said that, oh, he's going to cycle and look for a forest. As I said, the deck was inspired by pre-modern, and I tried to get everything in old border, and the only things that I'm missing that exist in old border are the defiles. And there's, for some reason, pretty damn rare to come around. And Sign in Bloods don't exist, so this is the next best thing. Churning Rats don't even only exist in that one modern border version. It's gonna be a generous send coming down. Okay. Making a food token. Peatbog. Can it do anything here? Passing the turn. Okay. I think I saw in my hand I have 2 sideboard cards. I have Nausea and I have Crypt Incursion. I'm probably waiting for a chance to play Nausea, kill a lot of things, and then to Crypt Incursion. Oh, that's a Pestilence. I know, because in this deck I have a white bordered one, and in my mono black devotion I have a black bordered one. Yep, Nausea hitting the field. And swinging in for 5. He's gonna block with the Vandal. I'll have to take 6 this turn. Oh, it's only swinging in for 5. Okay, cool. Timberwatch Elf. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna Crypt Incursion. Cool. For anybody who doesn't know, I exile all the creature cards from a player's graveyard, and I gain, I think, 2 or 3 life for each creature. Good. 31. And swing in for 5. I mean, he still has a 5/7 beater on board, so, you know, if I don't have enough blockers, I can die. Pestilence. Okay. Swing it in for 5. And he's gonna block with the Vandal. Have another Gurmag Angler and Sign in Blood and a Chittering Rats. Despair Sentinel coming down. It's gonna hit me for 7. And play Swamp. Tapping 2 for Pestilence, activating twice actually. Hitting everybody for 2, and then swinging in for 5. Tapping 1 for Pestilence, pinging everybody, and he's gonna crack the food. So he gains and loses. Not really sure what I'm thinking here. I have got Pestilence on board and 3 mana open. But I can win on the spot. Yeah, okay. Oh no, I can't? Okay. I can't see the phone. I don't edit. A friend of mine edits these and can't see the phone. So he must have just put 2 since he will end up on 2. And he scoops because he can't do anything. I can just activate it on my feed on my turn and end the game. So yeah, game 3. You can expect more of these training ground videos mixed in with classic Pauper tournament stuff. Since here we play decks that are maybe not as... I mean, we will play meta decks, but we will play decks that are maybe not as competitively viable as other decks are. Some of our maybe favorite decks, like mine, Mono Black Zombies, will it will be featured on this quote-unquote series. Okay, yeah, so he played a Virtual Rangers, Jaspera, and I'm gonna defile the Rangers. Yeah. And tapping this for 2 and signing in blood myself, going down to 18. Drawing 2. For some reason, I checked if this happens because if I remember correctly, he plays Prohibit in his sideboard, so I was not sure if he will let me resolve this or not. Since most of the time, if I sign in blood, I'm either looking for removal or for lands, and he doesn't want any of that. And as far as I can see, my hand is full of lands and a nausea, which is gonna get played. Yeah, tap it like this for Pete Bog, so I can have more cards in the graveyard for an occasional Rancid Earth. And defile another Jaspera. It's gonna be a Masked Vandal and swinging in for 1, down to 17. Play out a Swamp. I was thinking of maybe putting down a Peat Bog, but yeah, a Swamp is better in this occasion since I can. That's Priest of Titania. I have to play faster. This will be a Peat Bog. Coming in tapped. And signing in blood myself again. I'm going down to 15. And drawing, I didn't quite see. So, a Curse Marauder and a Crypt Rats.
Let's go!
Avenging Hunter. That's a sideboard card, I think. One of the only initiative cards left unbanned in the Pauper format. I think this and the white one are unbanned, and the Trailblazer's Torch, I think it's called. It's the artifact that gives you initiative. I'm down to 14. At one point in this game, we're going to take the phone and look at the Undercity because we forgot what happens. Tapping this for 2 Crypt Rats. I think the move here would be to blow it up. and then just kill the hunter. It's too big of a threat. Has trample.
Možeš. To mi se ne sviđa. Ti još uvijek imaš inicijativu. Napki. Da, napkipu šta se dogodi. Stavim 2...
Oh yeah, we're discussing the Undercity. Gonna look for it. I know, riveting gameplay. But we, at least in our little play group that we test with occasionally and whatnot, we don't usually... Nobody plays a deck with initiative. Nobody plays gardens. So we always forget how that works. Swinging for 3. I'm going to go down to 8. I'm going to play a Curse Marauder, making him sack the Masked Vandal. Play Gurmag, delving for 6. I'm gonna go down to 3. Oh, I went down to 3 because of the Undercity. Since he can on his upkeep, he dealt me 5. And he's gonna cycle for a forest. Swinging for 5. Going down to 13. And I think past the turn. Oh, yeah. We weren't sure how the initiative works, but yeah. I got the initiative. Since I dealt him damage, yeah. We forgot that. I think we're still not sure how it works. But you know, you live and learn. Magic is hard and weird. Draw the initiative. Put 2 plus 1/+1 counters on it. Gonna Rancid Earth, 1 to lands, and swing in for 7. Going down to 6. He's gonna Winding Way. Hitting a 2 Mystics and a Nyxborn Hydra. And play both Mystics. And I'm gonna defile 1 of the Mystics. And I'm gonna hit him for 5. I'm gonna Nausea. And I'm gonna swing in for 7, and that's game, and the game goes to Mono Black Ponza. Who would have guessed that a deck this old can win? Yeah, see you in the next video.